Hello, everybody, and this is Dr. Diamond, and yes, believe it or not, I am back with yet another podcast. Now, you guys might be wondering, dude, Simba passed away, like, not even a week ago. Why are you back all of a sudden? It's like, well, you know what, guys? Ever since I've been working at the, fucking retirement home place. I almost called it the retirement castle, from the fucking Simpsons. That's not what it's called. But, yeah, I've seen a lot of death up there, even though I've only been up there for, 2.5 months, and I've already seen, not a lot of death, but I have seen some death up there. Not actual dead bodies, but I have seen people go, my mom's pretty much told me, hey, this person died. I'm like, no, I liked him or her, So I guess that kind of, and plus I am kind of strong on the inside, don't get me wrong, I am a fucking pussy, but, kind of like the one that I ate in the bathroom. Fuck, I wish Gareth was here. He would laugh. But he's not here yet. It's only been a minute 30? And you guys also might be thinking, God, isn't this too early for you? Yeah, I decided to start maybe, a half hour early. Because I thought, you know what? I want to get done early. And I really wanted to do a podcast. Now, anyways, today is Saturday, April 18th. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Pretend like nothing bad happened today. Now, I was going to do this podcast a week ago on Saturday the 18th, but obviously you guys know what happened. My beloved Simba passed away. Actually, before we move on, let's give just a moment of silence for Simba. I think that's long enough. Not gonna lie, I actually have a tear in my eye thinking about him. I love that cat, but this is not about Simba. We will do a podcast about Simba some other day. I actually was gonna do one last night, but then, I did a podcast over on Gareth's channel, link in the description. Link is always in the description for Colorful Warfare, so if you guys missed it, first link in my description, and it should be the current video that's up there right now, as of this podcast. So, I loved Simba, but that's not what this podcast is about. I mean, I know it should be about Simba, but I only had 2 podcasts planned. The other one will be for... so I work tomorrow. I'll do it Sunday. I will do it Sunday because I do not work Sunday. I don't think I work Monday either, but I think I do. But I don't know. At some point after I get past this one and the next one that I have in store for you guys, then we will get the Simba podcast out of the way. But anyways, so today, Saturday, April 18th, I'm just gonna pretend like today's the day. But I went fishing with my dad, and I haven't gone fishing in fucking forever, probably 6 or 7, maybe even 8 years. Now, honestly, if I knew that that day was Simba's last day, I probably would not have gone fishing. Obviously, but I'm not a psychic. I didn't know it was his last day, so, But you know what? I was, actually, I'm gonna tell you guys a story of what was going through my mind then. I was on my way, me and my dad were on our way to the lake, the city town lake. That's actually not what it's called, but if I say it, then you guys are probably gonna look it up and oh, that's the city the fucking Dr. Douchebag lives in. But no, I'm not gonna reveal it. But, actually, we went to 2 lakes, because the first one sucked, and then the second one, sucked. Me and my dad will listen to a funny man named Steve Jessup, and if you guys don't know who he is, you should fucking definitely look him up. He's fucking hilarious. I love him. I think he's got like a podcast. Well, actually, that's what we were listening to, is the Steve Jessup podcast with his buddy Mike. And I actually not really know them too well because I don't really pay attention, but every time I'm with my dad, he's always listening to that shit. So I'm like, huh, Steve Jessup is fucking hilarious. He's always talking about weed and shit. And I think it's called Whiskey, Weed, and Women, I think is what, like, the podcast is actually called. It's either the podcast or his show on YouTube, I don't know. But we were listening to him on the way up, and, me and Dad were laughing and shit. And then we got to the lake, we did some fishing. It was about 3 o'clock. My dad got a call from my mom. Simba's not doing so well, said my dad. And he asked me if I wanted to go home, and I said no. Which I regret, because I didn't know that he was dying that day. I thought he was just like... I actually don't even know what I was thinking. But I probably should have gone. But then, like, I was thinking, I should do, like, a fishing stories podcast. So that's what I did, and I know I should probably do one about Simba, but, you guys know. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. No, I'm just kidding. It's way too fucking early. So, the earliest memory I remember of going fishing is... Actually, how old was I? Oh, I was 5 years old. So I had to check for something, but I was 5 years old, and I lived in an apartment with me and my dad and my mom. We all lived in this apartment that was near a lake, and which is, by the way, someday when I move out, I really want to go move into that apartment again, because I have very fond memories of that apartment. That one and another one that I used to live in. But anyways, so we lived near the park. Actually, we did live near a park and a lake. And they were holding a fishing competition. And you get a trophy for getting the biggest fish there. And I was only 5 years old. And I caught the biggest fish that not only I have ever caught, but that was in the lake. And I won first place. And, I actually have the trophy here on my desk. Guys hear that? Wait, hold on. Fuck, do I have like a metal? Oh, I have a knife here. Guys hear that? That's my trophy. I probably shouldn't put a knife to my trophy, but it's the only metal thing I have. Yeah, and I won this in 2006, so I was 5. I know what happened in the summer, because I was born in November 2000, so, I mean, obviously if it was in 2006, before November, I obviously would have been 5, so, math, right? But anyways, so I have this trophy here, although it did break throughout the years. Was 2006. God, I've had this trophy for 14 years, almost. Holy shit. God, it's pretty fucking dirty. I really need to clean this. It's really dusty. I actually haven't touched this thing in maybe... Actually, my dad had this for the longest time, and... I think he gave this to me back like a year or two ago. For some reason, he didn't give it to me, like, to keep. He kept it for some reason. So before that, he kept it for, 11 or 12 years, or 13, or however long. So yeah, I've had this fucking thing for about a year or two, back in my possession, and it broke. Because it's an old man, and he's like in a fishing fucking gear look thing, and he had a fishing pole, and the fishing pole snapped. So I actually did have the missing piece, and I've been meaning to glue it back on. But surprise, surprise, I actually lost that piece. So I actually don't know where the fuck that is. But yeah, this is like literally the only trophy I've ever gotten in my entire life, and I'm very proud of it. Yeah, it was called the Kids All American Fishing Derby. And yeah, hopefully someday if I have a son or daughter, I'm gonna, if they're still doing it. I actually don't know if they're still doing this in my town. They probably don't. They probably aren't, because I haven't fucking heard anything of it. God, this thing is really fucking dirty. Ugh. I'm gonna clean this after this podcast. And you know what? I think tomorrow, or after I get this cleaned up, I'm gonna put it in my fucking room, so I can display it and say, hey, when I was fucking 5-year-old, I won this goddamn thing. I won first place, I caught the biggest fish, and I was fucking surprised. And you guys should be fucking accomplished. You should all be like, hey, you're the best, man. Although the other day when I fished, I didn't catch anything, but my dad caught 2 fish. I usually suck when I fish. Although I remember one time me and my dad went to a lake, and but it was like literally full of fucking fish. And I think I caught like 30 to 40 fish that day. But obviously we couldn't keep them, so we had to, toss them back. But it was like a lake that you are I don't know, I'd probably say like 95 to 99%, able to fucking actually catch something. Probably say like 97 maybe. Yeah, like you were bound to catch something if you tossed your fucking fishing thing in your fucking fishing line, And actually, the other day I was struggling pretty bad, because I'm like, how the fuck do I cast? Like, literally, I forgot how to fucking throw my fishing line out. And my dad taught me how to put my hook on, and, well, obviously I remembered how to put my bait on, because that's the fucking easiest part. But yeah, I haven't fished in so fucking long, so I forgot like everything about how to fucking fish. But it's nice, and I would like to go fishing again someday. And maybe, cause maybe about like a year or so ago, me and my crush, you guys know her. Well, you guys don't know her, but me and my crush Madison, that's her name. I don't know if I ever told you guys her first name. But I feel like, if I told you guys the first name and not the last name, I think it's okay. Just kind of like how Gareth does. But, so her name's Madison. She's pretty fucking hot. And she's way younger well, not really way younger. But, she was born in 2002, so not gonna tell you the date or the month or anything. Just somewhere in, well, actually, we'll give you a hint. She's 18, so that should give you a bit of a hint. It's either January, February, March, or April. Those are your options. That's all I'm giving you guys. And I'm 19 and a half, almost, pretty much, 19 and a half. And she's 18, so she turned 18, blah blah. But I haven't talked to her in like almost 6 months, because my other phone took a shit on me, and I've been trying to get in contact with her, but I sent her a letter about like 3 weeks ago or something, 3.5 weeks ago. She should never. I told her to I said, yeah, if you get this, please text me, and I gave her my number. Sad to say it never happened. But me and her are good friends, so. But anyways, the whole point of that story is, I told her that I haven't been fishing in a while, and she's like, oh, you and me should go fishing sometime. Like, hell yeah, bitch. I mean, fucking, oh, and she looked at me, she's like, did you just call me a bitch? I'm like, no, I didn't. No, I'm just kidding, that never happened. then I'm like, yeah, that would be fun. So I got a fishing license, and I asked her, hey, I got my fishing license and shit. Are you ready to go? And she's like, well, I have to see if I have to work or not. I'm like, fucking, god damn it. I was kind of pissed. I'm like, well, fucking, God. Well, because now she doesn't have a job anymore because of this whole fucking coronavirus. Fucking. Oh, Steve Jessup fucking called it the pancreatitis. I fucking love Steve Jessup. I've actually been kind of listening to him a lot more since. He's a funny boy. You guys don't know him, definitely fucking look him up. He's hilarious. But anyways, any other fishing stories I got? I actually don't remember most of my fishing stories. I just remember me, my dad. Oh, I remember one time, we were at this lake. We were on a boat, actually. And, it was me, my uncle, my dad, and one of my cousins. Like, my cousin that's slightly younger than me. But, actually, he just turned 19 about a month ago. Almost 2 months ago. But, I remember, at a dock or something, and he was like, hey, we should play fucking Total Drama Island. And I'm like, okay. Because, at that fucking time, I was like, 8 or 9? I really like Total Drama Island. That show is actually pretty fucking good. It's funny. I personally think, fucking, God, what's her name? She's like the fucking blonde one with the, what the fuck is her name? She's like the blonde one with, I think, the blue or green eyes, and she's always hanging off that big muscular man. Fuck is her name? Total Drama Island. Total Drama Island characters. Bridget, that's her name. There she is, Bridget. I always thought Gwen was hot too. Oh, here's a whole bunch of characters. Alright, let's go down the fucking list of characters. So we got Gwen, she's hot. Bridget, she's hot. Lashana, no. She's not my cup of tea. Izzy, no, she's hot as fuck too. Chef Hatchet, he's hot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking with you. Heather, she was pretty hot. Courtney, yeah, she's pretty, yeah. Fuck, some of these pictures aren't loading in. I don't know. Oh, there's another one. Fucking, what's her name? Lindsay or something? She was like the other blonde one with like the fucking skirt. Is that her name? Lindsay? God damn it. Fucking, it won't load the pictures. I don't know what these people look like. You sack of shit. Who's this Katie chick? Who's Katie? It won't fucking show up. I want to see. Oh, ew, no. Okay, no. Katie, no, she's a no. It's gonna be a no for me. Who's Beth? There's another one. Ew, she's ugly. Ew. No, Beth is not, no. Okay, no. Okay, Lindsay. Oh, yeah, it is Lindsay. Okay, yeah, Lindsay is definitely fucking hot. Oh my god, damn. Looking on Google and I'm seeing, like, fucking boob pictures and fucking ass pictures. Oh my god. Oh my good lord. Oh my god, inflation fucking fucking things. A lot of fucking inflation, shit online. Damn. I might, have to come back to this one later. If you catch my drift. What the fuck is Sadie? See, I'm just clicking on them and then just going to the images. Oh, Sadie is the fat one, so yeah, she's a yes on me. I might have to come back to her, too, if you catch my drift. You guys, don't know I'm a chubby chaser. Who the fuck is Eva? Ew, I remember her. She has the fucking unibrow. She's like, ugh, no. I don't like unibrows. They're fucking nasty. Is that it? It's all... Wait, is Dawn a boy or a girl? Oh, I missed... Ew, Dawn. Ooh. She's kind of like, pale. You know, I might fuck Dawn. That one might be another one. Oh, damn. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I've hit the mother load. Actually, you know what another character I really liked is fucking Owen. I liked him because he's fat. I like anything fat. I'm just joking. Kinda, sorta. Yeah, I really like Chris too, you know, the main guy. Fuck, when did this turn into fucking total drama? This is about fishing. But anyway, so, fucking my cousin was like, oh, I want to be Duncan. I'm like, oh, fucking, I hate Duncan. He's such a dickhead. I don't remember who I was. I was probably fucking Owen or something because I was fat. Actually, I wasn't even that fat. I was probably the skinniest person, And then I think I remember, like, fucking... Just remember being on a boat a few times, and it was nice. I don't remember if I ever dropped anything by accident in the boat. I don't think I did. But I don't know. I don't fucking remember that. So I did hear, like, pretty recently that, people, like, when they hit 7, I think it's, like, 7 years old, like, people don't really remember too much of their childhood. Like, everybody just goes, like, to amnesia or some shit. Like, honestly, like, thinking about it, it does not feel like I've been alive for 19 and a half years. It does not feel that way. It feels like I've only been alive for, like, what, maybe 9 or 10. But no, I've got a lot of life in me. I feel like another person, you know, to fucking, I don't know. Let's not get philosophical here. Let's talk about more fishing shit. So, I really like to fish, but I haven't gone very often. Now, no, when I was a kid, I went fishing a lot. And, I remember another time, the same cousin, he was kind of a dick to me when I was little. But, he was always my favorite cousin out of all of my cousins. You know, because he was like my best friend, obviously. Me and him played together a lot. Like, whenever I used to come over to my uncle's house with my dad. You know, while my dad and my uncle were drinking fucking shit, me and my other cousin would, fucking just play and make-believe and shit like that. It was a lot of fun, but I remember one time we were leaving, and I had a piece of algae in my hand. And he said, dude, I heard that if you touch algae, that your skin starts to rot away and you turn into bones, and then you die. And it scared the shit out of me so bad I dropped it, and I never touched algae since. And then about maybe, I think it was like maybe like 13 or 14, I kind of realized how stupid he was. Or stupid I was, I should say. And I was like, wait a minute. You can't die from touching algae. My cousin's kind of a dick sometimes. But I still love him. He was actually my very first subscriber. But obviously that can't hold a candle to fucking Colorful Warther, who's gotten me so many fucking subscribers. Thank you, Colorful Warther. Wish you were here, but you're not. You got dusted by the Thanos, and that's why the fucking people are all panicking. Because I think I've told you guys that I compare the coronavirus to the snap. You know, because in both situations there's like a worldwide pandemic going on. Actually, the snap is like a universal pandemic, you know, like a universe-wide thing. This is only a global thing, but you know. Do not worry, guys. I am fucking getting the stones as best I can. And once I finally get them all, you guys will be like, oh, thank you, Shockwave, for saving the damn city, or the fucking world. Because the thing is, guys, is on Etsy, you guys don't know what Etsy is, which apparently Gareth doesn't know. He would actually go crazy. I can see that man buying a bunch of shit off the... Because you can buy literally anything on Etsy. And I typed in Infinity Stones, and I found a guy who makes, like, beautiful stones. Like, they, not only do they look good, but they actually glow and light up, and you can turn them on and off. I think it's called, Soul Inertia Designs, I think is what it's called. But, that guy does amazing things. Like, not only does it look movie accurate, like, and when I say movie accurate, I mean down to the detail. And we actually seen a thing on YouTube, because I bought two stones. I bought the Power and Space Stones, because I'm going in order in which Thanos collected the stones in Infinity War. So, like, I looked at a video, the only video that I can find on YouTube, about the Power Stone, the one that I bought. And it showed like a little knob at on the back where it can turn on and off, and I'm like, that's fucking awesome. And I was thinking, if it's not too much of a thing, I can kind of modify it a bit, like add a magnet to it, because if you guys look at when Thanos is putting the Space Stone in, you can actually see it kind of like, fucking... like, it's kind of like a magnet, like he like lets go of the Space Stone and it goes like right in the gauntlet. And I thought, no, that's fucking awesome. I wonder how he did that. And obviously it's like not only movie magic, but fucking movie magic, I guess. And fucking Space Stone magic. But then Bryce, of all people, said, hey, you can, if you do the Infinity Stones and shit, like, you can put magnets on it. I'm like, you're a fucking genius, Bryce. I kissed him, he said, ew, what the fuck? I'm just kidding, I didn't actually kiss him. I wanted to, because he was a fucking genius. I'm like, dude, you were a fucking genius. So that's what I did. Out of all my prototypes of the fucking Infinity Stones, because I've made so many Infinity Stones, but they never looked right, so I decided to buy some. But I'm just gonna attach the magnets on them, so you can be like, oh, that's cool, But I think I'm gonna order them 2 at a time, so, like, the first day, I think it was, Monday? I ordered the Power Stone. And I was originally going to order 1 at a time and just wait for them to, wait for the Power Stone to arrive and then order the Space Stone. But I thought, well, I'm ordering 6 of them. So I think the next day, Tuesday, I actually ordered the Space Stone. So I was thinking, well, cut back time, I'm going to order 2 at a time, So they should be here within maybe a week and a half or so. I hope anyways. It's supposed to say when they've been shipped, and they have not been shipped yet, so both of them. Because it's like 3 to 5 business days, and, well, today's the 4th business day, I guess. Or is it the 5th? Well, no, because you don't count Monday, but... So if we're going by business days, then the 5th day for the Power Stone should be Monday again. And then, because today's the 3rd day of the Space Stone, so it could be the Space Stone and the Power Stone should be shipped today, but actually the Power Stone should have been shipped yesterday, because yesterday was the 3rd day, but it's between 3 to 5 business days, and as you guys know, the weekends are not business. But hopefully they do come soon. And then it should be between April 25th, I believe. Oh, no. What is it, the 25th or the 20th? Oh, let me go check. Okay, so this is for the Power Stone. Yeah, April 25th is the expected delivery. So it should be tomorrow at the latest, but it hasn't even been shipped yet. So between April 25th and May 4th. So, yeah. Space Stone is expected delivery between April 27th and May 5th, which is, well, yeah, you guys know, about a month and a half. I would be pissed if it was about a month and a half away. It's about a week and a half away, so hopefully I get the stones, and then after that I'm going to order the Reality and Soul, wait for them to arrive, and then order the Time and Mind. Because I want to go in the order that Thanos collected them in. And obviously he collects the fucking Power Stone first, and then the Space Stone, and then the Reality, then Soul, and then Time, then Mind, and then he snaps everybody away. So don't worry, guys. Within, 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks or so, I will have all my stones, I hope. I'm going to light up the gauntlet, and I'm going to snap everybody back together. And then Thanos from 2014, not 4, that's a different fucking Thanos. But then there's going to be a huge fucking thing in the sky, and then the Thanos from 2014 is going to come down with his army. Except I'm not going to be there with a bunch of people. I'm going to be there alone, fighting Thanos off. And then once he thinks he has once he thinks he has the stones, I'll snap him away and be like, and I am Shockwave. And then Thanos dies and everybody's okay. And then I die as well. I fucking love Endgame. It's like one of my favorite movies. Well, that's nothing about fucking fishing, is it? That has nothing to do with fishing. I actually don't even have any other fishing stories. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. I don't know why I became British. The third MCU Spider-Man sequel's release date has been shifted back from July 16th of 2021 to November 5th, 2021. Well, at least there is going to be a third MCU Spider-Man movie. I'm happy about that. But that's a whole year away. Fuck. Not even a year. Man. I don't know. I really don't know what else to fucking talk about. Oh, boy. So, I guess with the remaining time we have, let's talk about Simba. So, I've had this cat ever since I was 4.5, almost. Well, actually not even 4.5. I was, 4 years and 4 months old, I believe I was. I don't fucking remember. We got him on, we don't really know when he was actually born. But he was about a week or 2 old, so, when we got him, because he was super young, and my mom actually had to buy, baby formula for, cats, and, but we got him on my dad's birthday, funnily enough, March 22nd, so we kind of, say that is Simba's birthday, even though it probably actually isn't. Now with Sasha, we actually know when Sasha was born, because we have the papers and everything. Simba, on the other hand, we're kind of shaky about his age, or when he was actually born. We know it was sometime in March, but, it's a week or 2, like I said before, we actually got him. But I remember sitting on the fucking in the living room. And it's funny because I actually remember the exact same spot where he first was there. Like, I remember the exact spot, and sometime in the past 2 or 3 days now, at nighttime when nobody's around, I kind of go to that spot and kind of sit and cry a bit and think about him, which I'll probably do after this. Actually, no, after this, I'm gonna fucking polish my fishing trophy. I got about a year after we got him. But anyways, so he was an adorable kitten. He was so fucking adorable. And, but he was a dick. Because my grandma had a dog named Casey. And for some reason, I don't know why, like, because every time I used to come over here, I hate it. Because, she had a dog and I was allergic, obviously. But, I don't know where I was going with that. But then Simba fucking he was only like a week or two old, and he was already trying to fucking fight her. And my grandma's dog was like scared of him. She was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing, you crazy asshole?" And Simba was like, "Meow," trying to fucking attack her. It was so adorable. And apparently something else happened with him that I don't remember at all, but my mom and grandma seem to remember. So apparently I was watching TV, just sitting in front of the TV, sitting on the floor looking up, I guess. I don't know, I could not tell you what I was watching. Probably fucking Barney or Sesame Street or something, because I was pretty young. And then apparently Simba, ran down the hallway and just jumped on me and just fucking, smacked me in the face or something and knocked me over. Which I can totally imagine him doing that. And imagine me just fucking falling over. I don't know. That cat is so strange. And then for a while, though, he was pretty fat like Sasha was. Sasha is, actually. But actually, since Simba passed away, Sasha's actually gotten pretty skinny because, my mom was actually reading up on it. And, cats have emotions like everybody else do. I mean, that's kind of obvious because animals in general have emotions. But, my mom read something like, if your cat is, not eating as much as they used to, or if they've been talking more, meowing more, which she has definitely been, or if they've been more clingy, which she definitely has been, then they're, depressed, and my mom said that she hasn't been eating, she's so used to eating, with somebody, and now she has to eat by herself, and she's she doesn't want to, so my mom said that every time I feed her now, I have to, sit with her until she gets done eating. So, yeah, Sasha is pretty fucking depressed. But we were also saying, well, we should get another cat. And and my mom was like, oh, I don't know. But she said also, if we ever do get another kitten, it's gonna be an orange one, like Simba. And I've come up with a few weird fucking names for them because me and my mom kind of have a cute little naming system. So we named them, to name the cat, it's got to be 5 letters long, got to start with an S and end with an A. Now, there's only a few names that I really like, but my mom doesn't want to fucking name them. So there's Samba, kind of like the dance. There's Salsa, also like the dance and the food. There's Santa, but my mom's like, no. I'm like, okay, what the fuck ever. For some reason, she won't name him Salsa. Even though if we're getting an orange cat, I mean, it's perfect because Salsa is red, while orange is kind of red, so kind of adorable, Or, she didn't really say anything about Samba. She's like, ugh. And then I was thinking Sisha for some reason. And then I looked online and I saw, I think it was Shiva which I think is a cute name, or Shiba. And I was like, oh, that's a cool name. I don't know. I haven't really thought of like a definitive name, but I think the one that I really like if I had to choose one, I would choose Salsa because I really like that name. I don't know why it just stands out. That one and Santa. I mean, in The Simpsons, like the dog's name is Santa's Little Helper. So I mean, you know. Which Simba always reminded me of Santa's Little Helper for some reason. Like how skinny they both were. Because, believe it or not, Simba used to be fat, but then he, became skinny over the years. And, God, it was so heartbreaking a week ago when I saw him. I don't want to get in too much detail, but, fuck. So when I saw him, his face was so pale and almost skeleton-like. I was like, no. Because I thought that this day would come for maybe 2 or 3 years, and I'd be moved out of the house by now. But it came sooner than I would like it to be. I didn't want him to die at all because he was my best friend, obviously. But his face was so skeleton-like, and I was crying my eyes out, and he was so sweaty. I felt his forehead, it was wet and hot. He looked at me, and he got so fucking happy. When he saw me. He was pulling. He tried to get up and, rub his head against me like he always used to. But he was so weak, he fell over, and I'm like, oh no. And, but he was still breathing, thankfully, when I got the... But then he tried to get up, and I didn't know that I was supposed to, make him lay down, and he could barely even walk. He could not walk at all. He was so weak. And so I decided, oh, maybe I should keep him here, and I broke down crying so much. And, but I was kissing him and loving him, and he was purring so loud. He was so happy I was there, because I was his favorite. He chose me, because I loved him so much. But then I was with him for about an hour or two, hour and a half, and I was pretty fucking hungry. My mom kind of gave me a hot dog, while I was sitting with him, and I kind of sneaked him a little piece of hot dog, because he loves, anything. And he got so excited when he saw it. He was like, oh my god. And then I fed him. He was pulling while he was eating, super loudly. And I was petting him and kissing him and saying, please don't go. I was crying. Oh god, here come the tears. But, yeah, and then, so it was about maybe 5:30ish or 6. I didn't want to be not only did I obviously not want to see him in that state, but I wanted to just, kind of do my own thing for a while. And I mean, I know, thinking, that's my only regret. I really regret, leaving his side, because I wanted to be the last thing he saw. But he knows I loved him, and my mom was giving him love too and shit. But then it was about 7:50ish. I would say 7:52 or 53. I don't know. But I heard my mom go out of the room, and she was crying, and she went out to the living room, and my uncle and my grandma were there, and she was crying, and she was saying, he's not moving. And I was like, oh my god. So I got up and rushed in there and saw a blanket over him. I'm like, no. I was actually, fucking almost screaming. I was like, no. So I pulled back the blanket, and he was gone. He wasn't breathing. His eyes were open. And we tried to shut them, but we couldn't get his eyes to shut. And just the look of his eyes. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever seen dead eyes, but I've never seen it, and I did not want to see it on my cat, and I did. I fucking cried so much. And I actually barely got any sleep that night. I got maybe like 2 or 3 hours of sleep that night. I ended up falling asleep at like around maybe like 3 or 4 a.m. I could not sleep. Then I woke up at about 7, maybe 7:30. And I could not fall back to sleep, and I woke up and I remembered he was gone, and I just cried my eyes out all day, and I had to go to work that same day, which when I got to work, I literally talked to nobody. Everybody was wondering what the fuck was wrong with me. I just didn't say anything. All the old people were like, God, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, that kind of shit. And I'm like, I almost was about ready to say, oh, shut the fuck up. But I was thinking, well, if I said that, then I'd probably get fired, you know. But, it was difficult. But then for some reason, like, Monday when I woke up, I didn't cry at all. Like, I actually have not cried since Sunday night. Sunday night, I was exhausted. I went to bed pretty fucking early, maybe about 9 or 10, you know. Which is pretty fucking early for me, because I usually go to bed at like 10:30 or 11. Actually, no, 11 or 11:30 is when I usually. But I was tired as fuck. It was probably about 9 or 10 when I went to bed that night. But yeah, Simba, he passed away in my bed. And, which I kind of like because it, like, I like that the place where I sleep, you know, the place where I rest my body, is the final place he rested. And it's like I'm sleeping with a soul, which, fuck, that sounds wrong. But, I mean, you guys probably know what I mean. And if you guys have ever lost a pet, I know how that feels now, because literally, I've never lost a pet before. I mean, yeah, I've had a couple fish when I was little. I actually had a turtle, but he didn't actually die. We had to give him away, and I wasn't actually that attached to him. I actually called the turtle Bowser because when I was little, I was kind of into Mario. I was like, "Whoa, Super Mario!" You know, that kind of fucking thing. So I named him Bowser, but a lot of people. My dad. I told this story before. My dad. We lived in an apartment. Well, he did. And actually, I did too, but it was a different apartment. My dad and my mom lived like pretty close to each other. There was like 2 apartment complexes like almost across from each other, across the street almost. And my mom lived in one, and my dad lived in the other, so it was pretty easy to like, you know, go and see him and shit. But they didn't actually allow pets, or they kind of did, but like you had to pay extra, obviously. But, yeah, he was gone for a week, and I guess, like, the person who was supposed to take care of them never fucking did. And, he came back, and he got like a fucking a report from the landlord saying, hey, you gotta get these turtles out of here. And we had so many complaints of the smell. And, my dad, he told me, and I was like, oh, not the turtles. Not the turtles. Not the turtle lady. Gladwell turtle lady. No, I'm just kidding, I don't know. But then, you know, then my dad actually gave me a goldfish that, because of Simba, I actually remember, this whole thing. It was a Thursday night. Surprisingly, I remember it was a Thursday night. This is about when I was like, 8 or 9. We went out to go get my hair cut, and I forgot to lock my door to my room so that, cause, my dad actually let me keep the goldfish, cause we kept it at the apartment, his apartment for a little bit, but then he's like, yeah, I don't want to take care of this damn fish anymore, it's yours. So, I took him home with me one weekend, and, I'm like, oh, cool, I have a fish now. I have them pretty fucking awesome, which I really want to get another fish. I know they don't last long, but, I mean, it'd be fucking cool, right? I actually want to get a leopard gecko, because my friend Madison, you guys know her, my crush. She actually used to have a leopard gecko, and she's like, oh yeah, dude, you should definitely get one. They're fucking awesome. And she actually has a rabbit, too. And I asked her one day, I'm like, so which is easier to take care of, a leopard gecko or a rabbit? She said definitely the leopard gecko. Because, rabbits shit everywhere. Shit like that. Plus, I don't even have, enough room in my area. For a rabbit, I do have enough room for a cage for, a leopard gecko, but I don't know. Or maybe another turtle I want to kind of get. That would be kind of cool. Or just a lizard, or I don't know. I want to get an exotic animal, that kind of thing. I would get a snake, but my mom, not my mom, my grandma and my uncle are babies and they're afraid of the snake. Oh my god. Actually, the funny thing is, I think it was last summer. No, it was summer of 2016. We had 3 bats in the house, because during the summertime we've never gotten them before until 2016, but there were bats in the house actually. Yeah, there was 3 bats, not at the same time, but 3 different occasions were through summer of 2016 where there were actually bats. And oh yeah, actually I haven't finished my story from before. So one night when we were getting my haircut, Simba snuck in my room and he jumped up and knocked over the goldfish, and we came home and he was flopping on the ground. I'm like, Simba, you fucking dickhead, why did you do that? And then we put him quickly in water and he died the next morning. And then we had 2 or 3 other fish. It only lasted a week. And I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah. Fish are pretty cool, I guess. I would never own another one because they don't live for long. I want a pet that lives, for a pretty long time. Like a turtle, I want a pet that outlives me, Which I can totally see just, me owning a turtle. And then I fucking die. The turtle's I don't know, 70 or 80 years old or some shit. And then he's he's the one who fucking reads at my funeral. He just reads a fucking eulogy. He's just I've known Dr. Diamond since he was 19 years old. And I've been with him ever since. And I'm sad to say that I'm here at his funeral. But here's to Jordan, Dr. Diamond, whatever the fuck you want to call him. That'd be funny if I actually owned a turtle and he gave a eulogy. That'd be fucking hilarious. And he'd be fucking crying, and he would have a wife that he met, I can just see me taking him to a pond, and then him meeting another girl turtle, and then having children, and then I'd be a fucking grandpa. I'd be a grandpa to the fucking turtle. That'd be funny. I should tell Gareth this sometime. I should be dude, it'd be fucking hilarious that I was talking in the podcast. And he'd be like, what? What happened? And then I would be so I was talking I want a pet that outlives me, and if I got a turtle, he would he would outlive me, and he would lead a eulogy at my fucking funeral, and he would be oh, you're a fucking idiot. He probably wouldn't say idiot. He'd probably say, goddamn fucking... But then he'd probably laugh on the inside at the thought of a turtle leading a eulogy at a fucking funeral and crying. And then me being a fucking grandpa, to... 2 or 3 turtles? Actually. Well, they say that, 1 out of... 20 or 50 eggs or something that a turtle lays, they survive. Turtle eggs don't survive because the fucking sea life, eat baby turtles and shit. Which was really sad. Anyways, back to my bat story. So 2016, we had 3 separate bat occasions. 2017, we had 2 of them. 2018, we didn't have any. Then 2019, last year, we actually had 1. But we found out where they were coming from, so my uncle kind of plugged up the area. But I actually like catching bats, because I remember the first time I ever tried to catch one. Fucking, like, my mom was like, because she's a pussy, you know? and it was funny because like the bat wing, the wing of the bat actually hit my right shoulder, and I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool. And it didn't do anything, because, you know, bats are more afraid of you than they are than you are of it, you know. And actually, before I move on, actually, I'll do that in a second, because I kind of forgot that I have something special here for you guys, and it's probably way too late for you guys to get any, but I'll explain that in a minute. But anyways, so the funny thing is in this house there are 3 fears that we all have. I'm afraid of spiders, my mom is afraid of bats, and my grandma is afraid of snakes. And the funny thing is, my uncle is afraid of all 3. So I'm afraid of spiders, but I'm not of snakes and bats. My mom is afraid of bats, but she's not afraid of spiders or snakes. My grandma is afraid of snakes, but she's not afraid of bats or spiders. My uncle is afraid of all 3, like I said, which I kind of think is funny. But I know spiders aren't gonna harm me, or most of them aren't, but I just don't like, they're just fucking creepy. It's like, why 8 legs and 8 eyes? It's fucking creepy. That's why every time I'm down in this basement I get scared, because there's a bunch of cobwebs in the rafters. And, I don't know if it's spider season yet. I mean, I think it's spring now, because it's the end of April, and, you know, April is usually spring. So it is spider season. Thankfully I haven't seen one yet. I mean, the really small ones don't bother me, but it's just like the typical sized ones and the fucking big ones. That's why I'm afraid to ever go to Australia, because of that. But anyways, let's move over to today's sponsor. Actually, it's not really a sponsor, but I just want to whip this out. So, I'm about to eat something called chocolate glazed donuts that I got from Krispy Kreme, because yesterday I was on Facebook, and for some reason I got an ad for Krispy Kreme, which are fucking amazing donuts. Honestly, the best donuts I've ever had from anywhere. And, they're just so fucking good. But, they said they said April 24th, on Friday only, there's gonna be a chocolatey surprise for everybody. Chocolate glazed donuts, which I have never fucking heard of before, or even tasted. And they said 1 day only, and I'm like, I need to tell Mom when she gets home. And so I did, and she's like, alright, well, fucking do that. And then today, like, we almost didn't, because she was like, oh my god, it's raining, oh my god. And I'm like, I don't fucking care, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. And, I forgot to do it at the time, but I had something prepared in case she didn't, like, she was like, nah, we're not gonna do that. And I was gonna say, but Marge, it's 1 day only, Marge. You know, fucking Homer. Alright, let's eat. I've actually had 2 of these already, and they're fucking amazing. I know it's probably a bit too late for you guys to get them, because, like I said, 1 day only. Probably closed by now, depending on where you're at. For me, it's going on 9 o'clock. I believe in California, it should be going on 7, right? I think they're 2 hours behind us. So I don't know, maybe Krispy Kreme donut is open in California, but obviously you can't go out because of the coronavirus. Well, I mean, you can, but, I mean, restaurants are still kind of open, but, just the drive-through portion. Which I heard that pretty soon they're actually going to be opening up the restaurants again, which my mom said, that's a fucking bad idea. And I'm like, well, if we all die, I guess we all die, So before we end the podcast, even though I'm not going to end it for probably another 10 minutes or so, I want to eat my donuts again because I looked in the box. Because I originally was going to buy 2 dozen. I was going to buy 1 dozen for my mom, my uncle, and my grandma, to eat off of. Then I was going to buy my own fucking dozen. But that didn't actually happen. That didn't end up happening. So I actually looked in the box before the podcast, and there was only 5 left, and I'm like, that's actually pretty fucking good. So I took 2 because I'm like, I'm going to save these, because I was like, they probably won't be here by the time I get done with the podcast. But without further ado, I'm gonna eat another one, because they are fucking amazing. Alright, here it is, and I'm gonna do the fucking typical Homer Simpson donut. Oh god, I'm fucking choking on my own shit. Not spit, but shit, fucking Homer Simpson. I actually seen that they had a pink donut, the fucking Krispy Kreme. I'm like, I should get those and fucking put sprinkles on it and be like, hey, I'm Homer Simpson. I don't need to wear gloves while touching the fucking electrical thing because I'm Homer Simpson. That scene where Frank Grimes fucking acts like Homer. Hey, look at me. I went to the bathroom and I didn't wash my hands because I'm Homer Simpson. I've actually been watching a lot of The Simpsons lately on Disney+. That, and actually a show that I have never seen, but I've obviously heard of before, but I've never seen. Never even gotten a chance to see, and I've only seen the first 2 episodes, and I really like it, is Kim Possible. I really like that show. And actually the funny thing is, they make a fucking gay joke the first episode. Because Ron and Kim had to go to, what was it, like China or Tokyo or something? I think it was Tokyo. And fucking Ron was worried about getting a date to the dance. And he wanted to, like, it was funny because there was like a chick, like an interpreter chick, standing next to the Emperor of China or Tokyo or whatever. And Ron was like, obviously asking her to the dance, and then she just whispers to the fucking Chinese guy, and he whispers back, and she says, the Emperor says he's flattered, but he doesn't think of going to a dance with each other is pretty appropriate. And he's like, what the fuck? You know, I meant you dumb bitch. I laughed so fucking hard. I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. Anyways, enough stalling. God, these are fucking good. I've actually never heard of chocolate glazed donuts. Never. These are fucking good. 10 out of 10. Yummy. Dude, fucking delicious, man. It's like an orgy in my mouth. You guys don't get that reference, you're dead to me. Wait a minute, how the fuck is my phone is at 55%. I've only been streaming for an hour and 4.5 minutes. How the fuck is my phone? It started at 100%. What the hell is wrong with this phone? God damn. Dude, Krispy Kreme donuts are fucking good. I don't care if there's anything better. Dude, Krispy Kreme is like the Casey's of donuts. Although, in my opinion, there's a place in my town called Lansky's, and I've had that ever since I was a child. I think that's better than Casey's, mainly because of nostalgia. But Casey's is fucking amazing. I love that place. Fuck yeah. Guys, I think I'm gonna come. Oh, there it goes. I just came all over this donut. Oh, yeah. So that's probably gross for you guys. I don't know. I personally don't really like to see or hear people eat. I don't like for people to see or hear me eat either. Especially see. I don't care if they hear me eat. But, yeah. That donut was fucking out of this world, guys. Holy shit. I'll save the other one for later because, oh my god. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be doing a free giveaway, guys. Enter this promo code enter the promo code in the description to win this free chocolate glazed donut. The first one to comment on this fucking, the first, yeah, no. Ah, fuck. I was gonna try to do like a thing, but I can't think of anything. The first person to comment on this video after this podcast goes up wins the donut. Like, this is a pretty cool deal, right, guys? I'm not even joking with this. Win this free donut, from Dr. Diamond, And then, I don't know, eat it or display it or do something with it. Oh, I don't know. I think I've officially run out of things to talk about. I know it's a bit early, about 10 minutes early or so, but just like Gareth has been thinking about doing, because last night he was like, I want to keep these podcasts pretty short, about a half hour, which I honestly think is kind of meh. I mean, yeah, good on him. He can do whatever he wants, but I personally like it when he does, like, long podcasts, like how I do, like, ones that are over an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Because I like those kind of podcasts. It gives people a lot more time to join them, But hey, he can do whatever he wants. If he wants to make each podcast a half hour or so, that's alright with me. Easier to watch when I go back, which I generally don't really like to watch podcasts live streams in general, unless they're good. Unless it's like a gaming live stream, then I'll go back if I miss it. But if it's like a podcast or something not really important, then I generally don't go back. Because I missed a few of Gareth's podcasts, either due to me sleeping and him doing it like at fucking midnight or like 1, or me just like at work or something, I never usually go back. Like, I still haven't rewatched Carolyn's birthday podcast, but I missed that one because he did that in the middle of my podcast, which, it's alright. Gareth, if you're watching this back, which I doubt you are, I love you. You're a good man, and thank you so much for doing a podcast with me last night. I actually wanted to do it, Wednesday night? But he said he was busy helping a quote-unquote friend do quote-unquote math. I think he was jacking off, in my opinion. I think he was, like, jacking off to a picture of me, and he saw a text from me, and he was like, oh my god, oh man. And then he saw a podcast, and he's like, no, he was about ready to come, too. And he was like, shit, the love of my life just texted me. And I'm touching a picture of myself to him. And he wants to do a podcast tonight? I can't do that. So he just decided to say no. That's my theory. But, fucking, he got too horny thinking of the idea of doing a podcast with just me. And he's probably thinking, fuck, Carolyn's probably busy. Even though last night Carolyn wanted to join, but she never ended up doing it, I guess. Which sucks. I like Carolyn. It sucks that me and Carolyn don't really interact much. Which, if I ever find a way to, do because we tried this before, me and Gareth tried this before. If I call somebody or something on anything, because we tried both Messenger and Discord, and every time that happened, you guys could not hear us, which really sucked, because that means that we can't do podcasts on this particular, fucking stream thing. Because Streamlabs is what I use, and apparently you can't, I'll have to find, another old tablet that still works or something. Maybe I can just download, Discord or something on my old tablet or some shit like that. I don't know. I'll figure something out with that. Now, if I had my other phone that fucking isn't working anymore, then yeah, it might work and shit. But yeah, Gareth, if you're listening, if I get shit like that worked out, then ask Carolyn if she would be interested in doing a podcast with just me and her, because I want to get to know her, I really like Carolyn. She seems like a nice person. Carolyn, if you're watching, we should do a podcast together sometime. Just you and me, no Gareth. I know, you love Gareth, but give me a try. No, I'm just kidding. Gareth was like, oh, Carolyn's got a boyfriend now. And I'm like, oh, damn it, too late. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. We all joke around here at the Dr. Diamond Network. But the one thing that we don't joke about is the time to end the podcast. Which, yeah, guys, it is about that time. Which, I'm sad to say, it's about that time to end the podcast, which I don't want to do. But I must. I actually started this podcast so early, a half hour early or some shit, because, I wanted an extra time to do my own shit, But anyways, guys, enough rambling. My jaw is hurting, your ears are bleeding, and as always, Colorful Warfare, Carolyn Sonic. Speaking of Carolyn, she's always in the description because I like her a lot. She's a pretty good the woman, girl, woman. I don't know. I don't know. And see, I kind of don't like to make jokes with Carolyn because I don't know her that well. Jokes that I would usually make with Gareth. So I don't know her that well, And, also, Silas and Alyssa Smith's channels are always in the link in the description. And as always, guys, if I entertained you guys, whatsoever, please give it a like and please comment to win that free, please comment, I love Dr. Diamond to win the free, chocolate glazed donut, from Krispy Kreme Donuts, giveaway that I'm not doing. I'm actually gonna put a fake promo code in the fucking, in the description to fuck with people. Oh, but anyways, guys, and of course, subscribe if you did enjoy. And I will see you guys Sunday night, because that is the next available night for the podcasts. Good night, everybody.